Hello, my friends. How are you today? That's good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm going to make your day better by reading some r/I do work here, lady. Read by Red. That's me. Okay, here we go. Lady called the police because I was wearing a hoodie. I work at a somewhat large gas station. Our normal uniform is a pair of black pants and a bright polo shirt with the store logo. So it's pretty cold yesterday and I was wearing my hoodie because the store is built very cheap and isn't insulated. The ceilings are just bare metal. I was sitting in the chair for a couple of minutes by the eating area because it was pretty slow when I saw a car pull in, so I went back behind the counter. Here comes delusional lady. She walked up to my counter and asked, excuse me, where is the cashier? You're looking at him. What can I do for you? I come here every morning and I've never seen you. You don't even have the uniform. Now, the reason that's relevant is because I always work late evenings, so I've never seen this lady in my life. I probably haven't been awake before 2 p.m. in a year. Oh, sorry about that. It's just cold in here and the heat doesn't really work. So I took off my hoodie to prove to this lady that I did in fact work here. She then pulled out her phone as two other customers walked in and a line formed behind her. This guy doesn't work here. I think he's stealing. I'm calling the police. She walked off to the sitting area to call the police. Meanwhile, I guess the two other people realized she was an idiot and let me ring them up. She watched the entire time, telling the police I was pocketing money. When they arrived, we ended up having to call my manager to the store to explain that I did, in fact, work there. They let her off with a warning and banned her from the store. Police wouldn't let the store stay open for the entire hour it took the manager to get there. I was never detained as it was obvious I worked there, but they insisted on talking to the manager. And, did I mention, I'm the assistant manager. Ugh. It's just that same thing. I talked about it in another video. Why are you doubling down if you're proved that you're wrong? I don't get it. It just makes you look worse. If you apologized and laughed it off, everyone would have a happy, funny story about you. But instead, you seem like a weirdo. And you can't blame the police in this story. They really have to, double check everything just in case. But, God, what a stupid woman. Okay, here is another story. I'm looking for your dad, not some punk kid like you. About 21 years ago, I co-owned and operated a small IT business with my then girlfriend. We operated out of our residence. We mostly did mobile tech support, though we had an attached office just for the business where new clients could visit. My girlfriend/business partner did most of the mobile work while I stayed in the office, with the exception of a few particular clients whom had taken a liking to me. On a particularly hot summer day, this was in a southern state, so it was both hot and really muggy, a woman came in carrying a MacBook. She looked down at the seat at me. Go get your dad and hurry it up. I was very tempted to roll my eyes and sigh out loud. I get this kind of reaction more than I could count. Unfortunately, I have a baby face. Even now in my mid-40s, I have been busted by truancy officers 3 times in the last 4 years, and must maintain a full beard to be taken seriously. Beard is about half grey these days, so it helps more than you might think. I can't help you, ma'am. We don't work on Macintosh systems at all. I'm looking for your dad, not some punk kid like you. Now go get him. Madam, I had had enough by this point and growled my words. I don't think you understand. I am the owner of this business. We do not work on Apple computers. I'm not listening. She had crossed her arms and even stamped a foot. Listen here, lady. If you don't leave, I will trespass you and call the sheriff's over to remove you. She refused to budge, going so far as to sit at the other desk, my partner's desk. No, I'm not listening to some snot-nosed kid. I'm 24, you cow! I shouted. She rolled her eyes, and by this point I had finished dialing the non-emergency police number. An hour later, having thankfully endured the silent treatment while we waited, 2 deputies arrived and escorted her outside, giving her 2 options: leave in her own vehicle or leave in the back of their cruiser. Thankfully, she chose the former. The deputies were still there when my business partner got home, and she found it entirely hilarious. At the time, I just glared at her laughing, as I didn't think it was funny then. I don't get why people think it's appropriate to discriminate against someone in a business based on their age, their race, their sex. Are you some magical being that can know everything about a person by just looking at them? No, you're not. So just ask for help. If they can't help you, then you can ask for someone else. It's like seriously ridiculous. Okie dokie, here is the next story. Yes, I am working. Same thing you should be doing. So the general situation. I'm female, pale skin, blonde hair. I work for a family business, construction/contractor work for private residences. I'm the only female on the job. Boss is my dad, and no, I do not get coddled. At the time of this event, I was 19, working to pay for college. We were working on a deck job in a state that is hot, humid, and it was summer at the time. Think, you look like you went swimming after a couple of hours just standing outside. My boss left to run errands, but left me to move lumber from the driveway to the back of the house. Mostly treated 2-inch by 12-inch by 16 feet stringers and 5/4 decking. Now, this deck was also getting a double level fireplace. Basically one fireplace on the deck and another below it, all connected. No idea how it works. But one of the few jobs we don't do is masonry. So the mason, we will call him Joel, comes by with his crew of 4 men. 3 of them I recognize, if not know by name. Joel says hi and asks where my dad is. I'm currently holding a 2 by 12 by 14 stringer. He's running errands, but he said you guys could do what you need. Let me know if the lumber is in your way. No worries. Then I assume he directs the other guys on what the job is. Now, all the guys I know aren't bothering to look at me other than the initial hello and are getting around to the work. The 4th guy has been staring at me the whole time with a look on his face. The kind of look that says, I have something I want to ask. Oh boy, I know that look, but usually I get it from guys in the 50s and up. It was weird in a guy probably only a few years older than me. Now, I take my lumber, stack it in the pile I'd been building up before heading back for more of my arm workout. Then the guy I don't know steps in front of me. How old are you? 19. I try to move around him because I'm paid hourly. What are you doing? At this point, I think he's a little dense because it should be obvious what I'm doing. Moving lumber closer to the deck and saw. Why? For the deck. He looks like he's building up to something, but I'm getting a little impatient because it's hot, I feel gross, and I don't particularly want to be answering personal questions to a guy I just met. Why? So I can pay for school. Once again I try and get around and he blocks me. Suddenly, surprise Pikachu face. You work here? Yes, the same thing you should be doing. This time he is too stunned to stop me and I walk around him. Then I hear the other guys laughing. I assume at him. That's super weird, that guy, yeah. I'm glad the other guys laughed at him because that's just bizarre behavior. Did you enjoy those r/I do work here lady stories read by me? Read. If you did, or even if you didn't, please give the video a like and don't forget to subscribe as well because I know you like it. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. Bye-bye.